Hi, Dave here, how are you? I got a bit of a mess here, haven't I? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you not my Triton dust bucket, but I'm going to show you using my Triton dust bucket in conjunction with Dust Deputy Cyclone. The guy behind me is this big brother, the Dust Deputy Super. So why do I have let's get into it now instead of just the Triton dust collector. The Triton dust collector was great in its day. It did create a cyclone, but it had a filter on the top. Now the filter on the top used to clog up pretty rapidly. Anyone that's owned one would know that that's how it works. For a lot of people this will still be fine. You know, they're a good economical choice if you're prepared to clean out the filter all the time. They'll work fine. I wanted to go a step beyond that, so I am using the Oneida Dust Deputy, and look at that. I've got a 12-litre paint tin lid. It's a wattle paint tin, and it can sit straight on top, and it's a perfect fit for the Triton dust bucket. Don't be tempted to try and mount one of these things on top of a bucket that's got a very thin wall, because it will suck it flat. There it is. This part from there to there is the dust deputy. You can see that it collects dust. I've got dust on my hands. Get rid of that. This one's been in my shop for quite a while. It collects dust extremely well. It stops the dust going through to the filters on your shop vac. It creates a cyclone, and you can tell that it was made in the northern hemisphere because their cyclones turn anti-clockwise. Ours don't. We go the other direction in the southern hemisphere, but it doesn't affect the capacity of this cyclone. Anyway, so I purchased just this section here. I had a bit of inner tube from an old tyre, and I've made a gasket out of that, and I've just got some 1/4-inch metal threads that I've put on underneath here. I made a little plywood washer or flange to stiffen and support the steel on the paint tin lid, and it works fantastic. Great. The expanding clamp works very well as well. This comes with a paint tin. Like, people throw these paint tins away. If you want a paint tin and all these accessories, except for this guy up here, just have a look in your local newspaper and look under the section of painters and see if they've got any tins that they're throwing away. They'd happily give them to you. So go and grab a paint tin and the lid, expanding clamp. Buy one of these, get a bit of rubber as a gasket and a couple of gutter bolts, and you're done. It's that easy. If you want to, you can buy the full system, and the full system saves you a lot of mucking around, but I'm a guy that likes a bit of a challenge, so I just did it this way. So if you get the whole system, it comes with the cyclone, all the bolts and rubber and everything you need to mount it to their lid, and that comes with 2 buckets and also casters and some bolts. The idea is with that system, with their deluxe system, you put the casters they supply on one bucket, and then you drop the other bucket inside that. So the bucket underneath is basically the caddy that carries the cyclone around for you behind your vacuum. You can strap these guys to your shop vac. I've seen a lot of people make little attachments out of plywood and bolts, and they pull around together. There's a dual wheel system. Used to be able to get them in Australia. I haven't seen them for a long time now, but I'm sure you're going to be able to sort that out. Or if you've got a system like mine in my workshop, and I think I've shown you through my high pressure low volume system, where I've got a paint tin and this guy underneath my bench, and it's a permanent fixture. It just lives there all the time. I drag it out to empty the tin and then pop it back in, and it just makes such a difference. I've always got full suction. There's no filters getting clogged. 99.9% of the rubbish that goes in there ends up down here, not going up through this tube off to your shop vac. It is that good. This is fantastic. You will be amazed. If you haven't got one yet, do yourself a favor and get one. You'll never look back. Now I'm going to show you how this thing works. People say to me, oh, you know, does it fit up to Festool hoses? Does it fit to Fein? All that kind of stuff. Well, yes and no. This is the story. Festool, it looks to me like Festool may have changed their fittings slightly on their 50mm input. into their shop vacs. So this one is an older style. I'm going to bring it over here and you can have a look. So down inside there you can see there's a slot in there, and that slot is really handy. The later ones I've seen don't have that slot around the edge. Now that slot allows it to slide on and push up tight. Now that's a great fit. If you get the newer, that is a really good fit. If you get the newer one of these guys, what you can do is you can trim this down, because the only thing that's going to stop this locking onto that is that this could be too long for the new hoses that Festool do. So you cut it back around about 3/4 of an inch, and that will allow this section to lock on nicely. The other thing that they have is, I keep on talking about Festool because that's the kind of stuff that I own. So I'm just talking about what I have, but I know that most vacuum technology, all their hoses and fittings, tend to have a fair degree of similarity. So you should be pretty right. This guy here is a 36mm fitting for the Festool, and it fits on the inside. Magic. This and this are the same size. So it will go up there as well. Straight down. This end goes off to your shop vac. That creates the suction. And this side goes off to whatever tool you're drawing the dust from. So the dust enters in here. The dust and dust-laden air enters in here. It spins, drops all the dust down there, and it's only the air that can get back and up through that tube. So how it does that is there's a pipe inside connected to there that goes down about 4 inches inside this cyclone. And by the time the air can turn around and get back up there, but the dust is already on its way down to the bucket here, and just can't get back up, ends up in there. Amazing. You want to watch it? Here we go. Over in the corner of my workshop, in the Super Dust Deputy, I've got an opening in the top. Now there's rubbish down in there from router tables, sanders, table saw, drop saw. Here we go. I'm going to lower this down in here and you watch. There we go. How cool is that? Now I'm going to do a close-up for you. This time I'm going to do something slightly different. We're going to have the dust-laden air come through here. It'll spin out, but I want you to watch up the top. That's where it's coming out of all of this and going through to the shop vac. There's nothing goes through. You watch. Just air. Here we go. Can you see anything coming up that top, going out of that top port? It is all going straight down into the bucket. Nothing. This guy is doing a mechanical separation for you, which is second to none. You saw it spinning it all out, ends up in the bucket down here, and look how much is down in here. That's brilliant. And I'll tell you now, there's nothing in my shop bag. It's nice and clean. It's just amazing. Tip from Dave, get yourself one of these. See you later.